In this section, we're just going to say what our favourite moments from the whole Download Pilot experience was. And there was, over 3 days, there's quite a lot that happened. Have you got a favourite moment?
I've got a few, to be honest. So my top, I suppose, they're my top three. My top three moments were experiencing the silent disco.
Oh, yes! I forgot all about it. I was so pissed. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I vaguely remember it, don't get me wrong. Walking in, complete, sort of silence. So the only thing you can hear is shuffling of people's feet, obviously, when they're dancing, and then every so often they'll put a banger on the system, and then people start singing the top of their voices. And just walking into it, I thought, this is amazing. This is so much fun. Why have we not stayed up past 1 o'clock before at Download? What's going on?
Exactly, I agree.
So yeah, the silent disco was a lot of fun for the brief time that we were in there before we both passed out in our tents.
I have not danced so hard in a very long time. I had the most fun that I've had in. Even after watching all the bands on that Friday, I was loving life in that tent with everybody dancing away, not just to metal music, but to all sorts. It was great fun. If you ever get the chance to go and do the silent disco, honestly, you will not regret it. Go and do it.
I'll tell you what, actually, just going on a bit of a I'm digressing slightly. You've actually inspired me that on the band days, or even actually the whole weekend, drink spirits. Not as gassy, not as bloated, not as if I'm not pissing every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Drinking spirits. Yeah, get pissed and actually enjoy myself again, like with the JD, the whole of Friday. That was a lot of fun.
Yes.
So yeah, you've inspired me to drink different drinks.
Oh, good. What are your other favourites?
Oh, the circle pit around the sound tower was something to behold on during the Frank Carter set.
I'm surprised you didn't get involved in that.
No, well, I did contemplate it, but it was quite far away from where we were stood, I believe, and I managed to get a good video of it. And now now I've got that memory instead of being drunk doing it and then maybe totally forgetting it.
Yeah, fair enough.
My favourite part of the weekend was the entirety of Enter Shikari's set. After the really crap day I had, going from While She Sleeps, who were amazing, and then into Enter Shikari, who I'd been looking forward to the most, they blew me away. It was an amazing set, and it made my weekend.
So my favourite moments, Elvana, seeing them for the first time, and do you know what? I got quite emotional watching Elvana because I love Nirvana and I love those songs, particularly from Nevermind, and it was just for us all to be there, because I was right up the front for this one.
Yeah,
for us all to be there singing together. It was, I don't know, I just got quite emotional about that, and it's the first time in a very long time that we've been able to do anything like that. So, loved it, and from looking at the people around me, it was something special for us all, because Nirvana means a lot to a lot of people, and for the people in that crowd on that day, it's certainly. It's going to stick out in my mind anyway.
It was a special experience because obviously, like you say, none of us have been to a gig like that in over nearly 2 years, and then for you to have those songs that mean a lot to you, it's going to be a potential emotional experience, because it's just that sort of the overflow of endorphins in your body. It's just like, wow, an amazing high.
Yeah.
So I know, I'm with you. I totally understand exactly where you're coming from.
Skindred as well. Skindred were fantastic. Now, you and me, we've seen Skindred before.
We have.
At was it 19?
It was the last festival. Well, I've seen them a couple of times, but yes, the last time that we saw them together, it was 2019 Download.
And they do something, if you've never seen them, called the Newport Helicopter, which is where you take your coat off, or your shirt, or whatever, whatever you've got to hand, and you whirl it around the top of your head like a helicopter. And when you've got the entire crowd doing that, it looks amazing. And they did it again this time around. And also, there were a lot of people crowd surfing in various inflatables, which was fun to see. It was just the most... You really feel the love for Skindred in the crowd.
I mean, don't get me wrong, love their sets every time I've seen them. But one of their sets rarely change. But in one sense, that is a really good thing. You know what you're going to expect. You know you're going to get a good time. You know you're going to get comedy from Benji Webb on main stage anyway. And they are a good experience. And if you haven't seen them, do see them. If you have seen them, you know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely. Yeah, great. And the last one is the biggest surprise for me, Chubby and the Gang. I mean, I've mentioned them already in the podcast, but I was just so blown away by how good they were. I mean, I don't hear enough punk. I really don't. And to see them do it well. And you know, I mean, I'm going to compare them to Frank Carter and the Rattlesnakes. Just, I mean, it's not the same kind of punk. It's different punk. But I think Chubby and the Gang are perhaps a bit rawer.
That's fair. I mean, I've not really given them much time. That's my fault.
I think Chubby and the Gang, I mean, because to be honest, I had a little bit of trouble understanding what he was saying. He did say that he was pissed, and I could see him drinking from something on stage, which looked like Jack Daniels, to be honest. But it was... I don't know if it was the atmosphere in the crowd as well, but there was something about Chubby and the Gang that I just really got into, and thoroughly recommend them. So, if you like what you've heard, please give us a review of the podcast wherever you've found us, and look for us on the socials by searching for FestPod. We'd love to hear from you. So that's it. We'll catch you next time. Bye. A Wilco Productions podcast.
Moist.